Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stephen Breach coming to you here today. We're talking about WWE's Royal Rumble 2024. One of the big names that has not been added to the event. It doesn't matter if it's a surprise or if they just come out on Raw and tell us, hey, he's going to be there. Somebody that's always going to be on your bingo card for the Royal Rumble is going to be Brock Lesnar. WWE in 2023 took a huge step back with Brock. I don't know if that was a personal choice or maybe WWE is deciding to use him less because of his price tag, or if he's just, wanting to take a step back because of his age, or, there was even rumors of him, especially with the TKO branding with WWE, if he would try it one more time in UFC. Of course, the last time he was in UFC was UFC 200. Seems like years and years ago. He ended up winning the fight, but losing the drug test in the back. Didn't really set him back at all. That was probably like around the summer of 2016. He would have a match against Randy Orton at SummerSlam. It seems like the way that they made people forget about it is he just sort of snapped after the match. Took out the referees, took out Shane, took out Orton, just basically delivering like UFC-style elbows to the head, which split Orton up the hard way, left him a bloody mess. And I don't even know where they went with that whole storyline. I know they didn't do like Shane versus Brock. It seemed like what they were doing at the time. But maybe it was just a storyline to make him go away. Or it seems like anytime they don't want to use him for a while, they just find a way to suspend him television-wise, and people just kind of forget about him. Brock last year wasn't in the title picture. He had the match at WrestleMania 39 against Omos. Honestly, a huge disappointment. It didn't make any sense to me to have that match if you weren't going to have Omos win. I don't even think we've seen the Giant Omos on Raw and or SmackDown since WrestleMania. I know that I see him on house show results and things like that, so he's still out there working, but I just don't think they know how to use them, if that makes sense. I just don't get it. But Brock had the run after WrestleMania. Of course, on the Monday Night Raw, he attacked Cody Rhodes after teaming with him in a match. Then we had the three matches. I believe it was Backlash, SummerSlam, and I don't think it was Great American Bash because I think NXT uses that, but they did the whole storyline that they used 1,000 times, where Brock broke somebody's arm. I remember when he put the Kimura on Shawn Michaels, and that's what snapped and made Triple H like, okay, I'll fight you. It's go time. You hurt my friend, but you could do Brock versus Orton. I know I just mentioned him a minute ago. Brock versus AJ, if you wanted to start using him. But I don't think he's going to win the Rumble. He's definitely not in that talk. But I think if you we're picking names, I think he honestly has to be in your top 5. And most people in their top 5 are going to take Punk. They're going to take Cody Rhodes. They'll probably throw Drew McIntyre because at least he has a storyline to go after it. Brock's got to be there, and did I say The Rock? The Rock's got to be there. So I don't know. I think if Brock was done, we would know, and I think we got to be leading up to that moment to where he gets his flowers for being the superstar that he was. I know there was a huge gap in the time that they used him from 2003 to 2000 and when was WrestleMania 28? 2012. But since then, the guy, even though he's not on every Raw and or SmackDown, he's on the big 4 pay-per-views of the year. And, we've seen him in Rumbles that he didn't win, and he still finds a way to have moments setting up matches for the future. And I think that most people will always remember his way of putting over Keith Lee. That I think would have helped Keith Lee huge if he would have stuck around and found a way to have a more longevity in WWE. So I'm looking forward to seeing Brock at the Rumble. I think he's going to be there. I don't think he's going to win it, but hopefully he can set up a big match for himself at WrestleMania.